Hey everybody, this is Casey with C.R.A.F.T Forensics. Purpose of this video is to show you our case sharing feature, which I think is pretty awesome, especially for larger agencies and organizations. If you're local, state, federal law enforcement, fusion center type people, and you've got a handful of analysts or examiners or investigators working on all of the call detail record, historical cell site analysis cases for your entire organization or agency. This is a great way and very efficient way to get your detectives the information they need quickly, as well as can be shared with prosecutors, attorneys, colleagues, etc. So to access our case sharing feature, you're going to use the gear icon in the upper right corner. Just go to Share Case. The Share Case dialog pop-up comes up. It's going to ask you to put in the email of who you want to share the case with, the case name. I always use generate complex password for it, the permissions levels for that user, and you can set an expiration for the case sharing link. Once you scroll down, you're going to be able to, once the link's created, you're going to be able to email that directly to that person based on the recipient's email that you listed above, and it's going to email the case access to that person. We've already got that all set up and it's open. They're going to get this email. This is what it looks like. You shared a case with them, so they get an investigator who shared a case with you. It's got the case information, case name, password, and the case sharing link. This is the screen they're going to get to when they click to access the case from the email that they get. Just paste in the password and access the case. And this is their case user dashboard. So this is strictly related to the items you, as the person who's done the analysis, have added to the report, added to the presentation, added to the timeline, or anything else you've added to the case that is important for that detective, attorney, etc. Right? Most of the time your attorneys, your detectives, they don't want to see 5,000 records. They just want to see what's relevant to their investigation. And that's what they see here, and it's based on what you've added to report, added to presentation, added to timeline. This is the default view, and they have the ability to see everything like you did when you were doing the analysis. You can view details, view source records, where it came from, what it is. All the evidence items that have been added to this case get listed in the tab across the top. So it's got these tabs, the map tab, the evidence tab, the timeline and animation tab, the presentation tab. And then it's got comments. You can add comments, and each user, both you, the person who worked the case and did the analysis, and the detective or prosecutor, attorney, whoever, can add comments, and you can comment back and forth if they need clarification on something along those lines. So if you click on the evidence tabs, it shows you the raw evidence that was added to your case and what it is. Timeline animation is just like you saw it when you were working the case. They can see it, play with it, export it, etc. So if you send this to your detective, they're going to have everything they need to see what they need to see that's related to their case. Or if you send it to your attorney, a colleague for secondary review, etc. Has the ability to export it. Same with their presentation. They can see everything that you saw. They can print it if they want to print it. Use whatever they use, comment on it if they need additional clarification, like I said. So everything is right there. So that's a pretty cool feature. That's the ability to share cases with just a couple clicks. And again, case sharing is based on the data that you added to the report, that you added to your case, that's relevant to your detectives, your prosecutors, defense attorneys, whoever they may be. So that's it. If you have any questions about our case sharing feature, don't hesitate to shoot me an email at support@craftforensics.com.